Managing low back pain, and especially chronic and reoccurring low back pain, can be challenging, and it is frustrating for the person dealing with it. Now, there's never a single answer that unanimously helps everyone with low back pain, which is why the most successful programs include a multidimensional approach, which includes a combination of manual therapies, stretching, and strengthening. And in this video, I'm going to go over a strengthening component, and I'm going to talk about one of the most overlooked muscles regarding core stability and how you can make your spine more resilient. And to be very clear, this isn't according to me based on a study. This is based on decades of research backed by a significant number of studies cited in multiple journals. And the muscle I'm referring to is the diaphragm, your breathing muscle, which plays a critical role in posture and stability. And exercising this muscle can help reduce the frequency and the severity of chronic low back pain. So let's take a look at how this diaphragm muscle does this, and more importantly for you, some strategies that you could implement to strengthen your diaphragm and make your spine more resilient. So the first thing you need to know is that the diaphragm muscle is actually something called an intrinsic core muscle, meaning it's one of the deepest core muscles that we have. So when we breathe in, the diaphragm goes down, it descends, and if we engage our other supporting core muscles around that, we create something called intra-abdominal pressure. When we pressurize our midsection, it creates more stability from the inside along our spine. So it makes our spine more protected against forces. Now, a key component of all of this is your nervous system's ability to orchestrate the muscle firing in a good sequence, meaning our diaphragm and our transverse abdominal. There's another muscle called the multifidus, but when all of these muscles fire in harmony with each other, your spine is going to be healthier. And the great thing about these diaphragm exercises that I'm going to show you right now is that in addition to just making your diaphragm stronger, it does something. It wakes up that nervous system in a particular way that actually strengthens the impulses to all of your core muscles in the surrounding area. And so the first exercise you can do for the diaphragm is use something called a breathing resistance trainer. You can get these on Amazon. I'll put a link below. Don't spend too much time trying to find the perfect one because they're all pretty much the same. Most of them have some dial, a way that you can make the resistance harder or easier for you. And then what you want to do is breathe against resistance, breathing in. Now, most of the time it's taught, breathe in through your nose. Well, we can't get that resistance breathing in through our nose with this. So keep in mind that yes, breathing in through your nose is how you should breathe just during the day, doing whatever you do, your daily activities. But for the purposes of this particular exercise, we have to breathe in through our mouth so that we can get that resistance. So you'd put it in, you're gonna shoot for about 10 to 15 good, deep, full breaths in, and it'll look like this. And I'm breathing in almost as deep as I can go. I really want to try to get the depth of that breath, get that diaphragm to descend really low, breathing in against resistance. You would do that 10 to 15 times. Not so much that you feel lightheaded, you're gonna pass out, no. Just enough to where you feel like, whoo, this is a chore, this is a struggle, but I can do it. It's manageable for me. 10 to 15, then you take a break. And you would end up repeating that 10 to 15 2 to 3 times. So overall, 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15. And then you could do that upwards of 3 to even 4 times per week. All right, to go a step further, you could take any core stability exercise that you like to do, whatever somebody, a physical therapist, chiropractor, somebody has recommended for you to do, and you could take your resistance trainer and breathe in and out. Notice I'm breathing out through the nose. I didn't mention that before. You don't need to breathe out against resistance. For the purposes of the diaphragm strengthening, we only need to breathe in against resistance. So you would do this, maybe 10 to 15 would be a bit much for you in this position, but maybe it's 5, 6, 7 good deep breaths in. After you do what's appropriate for you, switch, breathe with the other side. And the same idea, you could do a few sets of that. So maybe you do that 2, 3 sets of going back and forth. Some other now you can do any core stability exercise. I just showed you the side plank because it's such a fantastic exercise to get a lot of muscles involved, these side stomach muscles, which are more important for spine health than the front stomach muscles anyway. So I recommend a side plank over a front plank most of the time for most people for spine health related issues. But some other exercises could be the bird dog that you could do. In through the resistance device, out through the mouth. Hold that for a few times. One final example, but again, you're not limited to these here, but it could be something like your bridge. And you would be breathing in and out. So, you could do the resistance trainer. You could do the resistance trainer with some core exercises. You can also, just like, I'm not gonna go buy one of these, what else can I do? Just do your core stability exercises and make sure you're breathing. Like that alone, good deep diaphragmatic breathing, focusing in on the deep breath in and all the way out with your, just all of your core exercises can be another way that you could do it maybe without the device. So kind of trying to give you some inspiration on ways that you could implement some of these strategies even if you don't have that device. All right, I hope you got something out of this video, got some kind of value, inspired you to maybe do some core stability exercises with some diaphragmatic breathing. If you did, please help encourage me to make more videos by either giving me the thumbs up in this video or subscribing to our channel, or even better, sharing with friends or family.